Hi everybody, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So I'm just tidying up. I decided in my makeup room, I'm going to break it up in sections because I want to do an avatar, a Navi makeup look, but I have to get this room clean before I do that because that is going to be a large undertaking, and I'm going to have things orderly in order to properly execute that look. To the best of my ability, you know, like I'm no pro, but I want to do a Navi, so, and I'm not going to do a wig. I'm just going to brush my hair back like this and do some braids, like thin braids. And, I don't know, I think it'll be okay. And then, yeah, I've got the proper blues I need, I think. And, yeah, we're just gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna work on that look tomorrow night. I was gonna do it tonight, but it is already after midnight, I think. If it's not after midnight, it's close to midnight. And, that look is gonna take several hours to complete, so. But, excuse me for drinking, my throat's dry. I am going to tidy up the area, and I thought now would be a good time to do a bit of a story time. I thought y'all might enjoy a little story time. So, several years ago, 2012, we moved in with my brother for a couple months just because we were changing places to live and just we needed some place to stay until our other place was ready. So, sorry, I'm picking up safety pins. That's how messy it is. I've got safety pins strewn about. So we moved in, and we he had a 2-story townhome, and we just stayed in the bottom floor in the living room area. It was cramped, but it was, you know, we're family, and it was for just a very short amount of time. And we kept Marshall's bike outside on the patio, which, like, there was a big living room, sliding glass door, and the patio. Well, we had his bike out there. He had I believe it was a Mongoose mountain bike, and someone stole it. It got stolen, and we were just like, okay, I guess it was stolen. That's great. People suck. And so then one day, me and Eric were out running errands, and I was getting, was I gonna stop? No, I was driving, and we saw a kid on Marshall's bike, and we knew it was Marshall's bike because he had a very distinct blotch of paint on the body of the bike, so we knew it was his. And the kid on the bike went to Kangaroo, which is now Circle K. Circle K, if you don't know, is a convenience store. So Kangaroo was the name of the convenience store at the time. And so I drove into the Kangaroo, and Eric, we watched the kid. He got off the bike and put the bike, just kind of laid it on the sidewalk and went in the store. Eric got out of the car, got on the bike, and rode it back to the house. We were less than a half a mile from the house. And I was like, okay. So I knew there was a police officer in the store, and I thought, maybe I'll go in there and point the kid out to him. But then I decided, no, I'm not going to do that. So I just watched to make sure Eric got away on the bike, and he did. And then I pulled out and went home. You know, we went home, and Eric put the bike in the back, you know, secured it and everything. And a little later, we're all getting ready for dinner and everything, and I hear or I see something out the corner of my eye. So I walk out of the kitchen, and I go over to the sliding glass door because the blinds were open only a little bit. So I look out the blinds, and there's two kids messing with the bike again. So I like knock on the window, and they look at me, and I get out of here. And then the kids came around and knocked on the front door, and I opened the door, and they said, "We're just trying to get our bike back." And like, "Whose bike?" And they said, "Our bike." I'm like, "Are you really telling me that bike out there is yours?" And they were like, "Well, yeah." And I said, "That is my son's bike that we paid for. I didn't buy that bike for you. I bought it for my son." And he goes, "Well, my friend gave it to me." And I'm like, "Well, then your friend is a thief or got it from a thief because it's our bike." And then they left. And that was the end of it. But I mean, like, to not only freaking steal the bike, but then apparently gift it to some kid, or that was the claim. And then, you know, the kids come back and try to get it again. I ran them off. They were like trying to steal from us again. And maybe the kid was being truthful. Maybe a friend did give it to him. But at any rate, the friend stole it, if that's true. Anyway, we're not in that neighborhood anymore. We're in another crime-ridden neighborhood. The neighborhood we're in now, when we moved here, had a very low crime rate. It was a very safe neighborhood to live in. And we've been living here a couple years. Now it's one of the worst places in Jacksonville to live. It changed just that fast. So one noteworthy thing that happened here in this neighborhood is one night, it was early, it was maybe around 7 o'clock. There were a lot of police cars on the north end of the neighborhood. And then the crime scene van came in, and we found out there was a body in a trunk, a woman's body in a trunk. Then there were also some break-ins. I was sitting in here filming a video one night, and someone smashed my window right over there. So that happened. Also, my desk is right over here. I was sitting at my desk, and it was a nice day, so I had my window open with the blinds pulled up, and a man was walking by, stopped, turned around, took his penis out, and started urinating right there. Just like, not even like on a tree or anything, just kind of right in front of my window. But it turned out he was just like a really tall 14-year-old autistic boy, not a man. I shouldn't have said that. Not that autistic boys will do that, but it was handled. And one night, our apartment is right by one of the pools. There was a large group of people there late at night. Like, I'm talking to, they were out there when we went to bed, and they were still out there at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So I called the security. And before security got here, they started shooting. They were just shooting in the sky, not at each other, but still. So that was happening. So I escalated security to police. I called the police. I said, "They're shooting guns." They're like, "Are they shooting at you?" I'm like, "No, they're shooting in the air." Because I was like peeking out the window, and then I just saw, yeah, it was stupid. Like we were at a hoedown or some shit. I don't know. Reminded me kind of Young Guns. I don't know. It was weird. And I mean, they only shot like 3 times, but really they shouldn't be firing guns at all. And what else? I've found spent bullets on the ground when walking Brian. I've heard gunfire in other parts that I wasn't sure was gunfire, but I asked my neighbor who moved on me, but she knows gunfire, and she was like, "Yeah, that was gunfire. That was it." shitty neighborhood. It was really nice when we moved here. We're moving to the country though. We're gonna have, hopefully by the end of this year, we will have our land, we will have our house, and I will have my chickens and maybe a few goats. We'll see. We will see. But anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and tidy up a little bit more, and I will talk to everyone later. Bye.